Cool. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Coffee with the Coach. On today's episode, I answer your questions and help you get dialed in for the weekend. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Brett Summers. We're up here live at the Top Shop. It is Friday, September 13th. September's cruising by. It feels like just yesterday we were sitting outside of the Whitefish Bay Starbucks constructing our September. But now the month is underway. We're midway through it. Me and the staff just got done setting a whole ton of targets for the rest of the month. We got some cool things in the works. One of those things being top line morning sweat sessions. We'll be starting not this upcoming week, but the following week to end September. We're going to be testing that for 30 days. So if you're a top shopper and you're a morning person, get ready for those 5:30 a.m. sweats. You crazy people who want to wake up and get it in the morning. Dedicated people, I should be saying. Britt and Blake. The burn with Britt and Blake. The body pump with Britt. We got to come up with some kind of a name. I like the morning sweat. I think that'll be good enough. But today's episode is going to be awesome. We've got questions that you guys shot in last Sunday when I put out a 21-minute Instagram story that people, my most views ever on a 20-minute story. Who would have thought?
That's crazy.
Who would have thought? Britt always tells me, we post too much. I think people might be getting sick of it. Can never post too much. Thank you guys for checking this episode out. Again, if you guys ever have any questions, feel free to reach out. We're here to help you guys out, give you guys free information. That's what it's all about. But these are some awesome questions. Even have one from somebody who's in the office right now, the Blakester. He had some really good questions, actually, which earned him $1 million notebook. Have you earned $1 million yet? Close, right? No.
I feel like I did.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, feeling like it. So I hope you guys are having a good Friday. I hope you guys aren't retreating, giving up, packing it in, calling it quits. I just put out a video last night talking about how most people only work Monday through Thursday. 3-day weekends kind of the norm right now. So much potential in those 3 days from Friday to Sunday. So many opportunities to get better, improve yourself, or use the time like we did today to set new targets. Want to make sure that you guys out there are pushing the envelope a little bit, getting a little bit better. But today's awesome show, Q&A, your questions. Britt's going to read them out. We're going to tag the people. Should we put a little Instagram thing up for the people or no? Skip it. Like for their handle?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's extra work.
Let's do it.
All right, Britt's down, ladies and gentlemen. So whoever asked a question, we're going to give you the tag. And we can't answer all the questions today, and nobody's got time to watch me blow gas for 20, 30 minutes. But I think I can add value in 20 minutes or less today. Let's see what I got. First question, Brittster, what are we rolling with?
Mari Hellman. Does tracking macros
Micros.
really matter if you're eating clean?
Does tracking macros really matter if you're eating clean? I think there's a lot of people out there who say it will. I don't have enough time in the day to do that. I own a gym. I'm a strength coach. I love training. I work out 7 days a week in some capacity, even if it's active recovery. And my nutrition is always dialed in. I don't track macros. I don't have the time for it. I don't know how you guys have the time for it. I just don't have that kind of time. If I know I'm eating clean, my pants are fitting good, I got a little vascularity, my skin is thin, my workouts are going well, I'm getting stronger, I'm getting faster, and I look in the mirror and I'm happy with myself, I'm not too worried about anything else. So I don't think you need to track macros, ladies and gentlemen. It's just not high on the priority. But if you're just starting off and you need it, it might be a good thing to try. Did I do it in a minute?
Yeah.
Oh, we're trying to break these into a minute. Chris, the Austrian Oak just walked in. Maybe walk him around to the side door. People are coming into the Top Shop early, ladies and gentlemen. 3:40. We're gonna have to bump everyone's membership up around here for coming in early. So next question, Brittster, what are we working with?
Simra, how do you know that a person is the one to spend your life with?
Oh, how do you know that a person is the one to spend your life with? You don't. You never do. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in there being one soulmate for every person. I think it's pie in the sky. It's something you see in a rom-com movie. I think the really special thing about a marriage or a really good relationship is that there are 8 billion people out there and billions of people that you could potentially be a good match with or that you could commit to and that you could even compliment each other. I'd hope that to God there's somebody out there who would like me. And I know for sure there's millions of guys who would be dying to date Michelle. But the fact of the matter is, the cool part is, with all those options, you chose and you've committed to be with one person, and I think that's what makes it special. That was good. That was good. Was it a minute?
Yeah.
Ooh, I like it. We're rolling. There's another minute video. Put it out.
All right. Another question from Mr. C. Shulman.
Okay.
How much time a week do you dedicate to bettering yourself? Fitness, Bible, coaching?
Okay, this question is, how much time every week do I dedicate to bettering myself? Through the Bible, coaching, what's the other? Fitness. Every day, 24 hours a day, even when I'm sleeping. When I'm sleeping, that's for myself. When I wake up, I'm listening to the right stuff. When I'm working with a client, I'm trying to outdo what I've done in the past. All throughout the day, I'm saying little prayers throughout the day. I know it sounds weird, and some of you guys are like, you'll get there someday, hopefully. But I'm doing that stuff all day, 24 hours a day. Self-improvement is what my life is dedicated to, and also being able to help other people. So while I'm helping them, guess what? They're helping me. 24 hours a day, baby. Self-improvement. It's the only way to be. Was it a minute? Line them up. I'm just knocking them out of the park all day. This is easy work. This is light work.
We got Zach. What is the top concept you've ever written in your notebook that changed your life?
Ooh, top concept.
Dang.
The top concept that I've ever written down in my notebook that changed my life is to be thankful, to be grateful, to be thankful for the opportunities. Every day I write down, the first thing I do is I'm praying and I'm saying thanks. I'm thankful to be alive. I'm thankful for the opportunities. I'm even thankful for my failures, and I'm thankful for the pain that I end up going through different situations, because I'm trying to push myself. I'm evolving. I'm getting better. And I think throughout the whole process, whether you're going through something good, a high, or whether you're going through something, a low, you know, one of my favorite songs by Torrin Wells is Hills and Valleys. And throughout life, you'll go through all sorts of hills and valleys. And I think it's important to be grateful when you're at the top and be grateful when you're at the bottom.
Dang. Slightly related from Jack. How do you stay consistent in your faith even after taking some?
Ooh, I like these faith questions, guys. You guys are starting to get it. How do you stay consistent with your faith after taking some L's? Read the Bible. Even Jesus took L's. Did he not? Did Jesus take L's? I think he took the ultimate L, but in your L's is when you actually win. So every time you're taking a loss, every time you're going through something painful, every time you're going through something that's a big challenge in your life, you've got to remember that even Christ himself went through these hard challenges. So I always look at Jesus and God, some of the things in the Bible, as my greatest example of leadership. May sound corny, but I didn't have much leadership from a male figure in my life. So I always look to the Bible, and I can look to the things he did to get me to where I need to be. If he's going to go through L's and go through failures and go through losses, so am I. I just have to eat it, know that they're coming, expect it, and be ready to move forward. Minute?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh boy. Alright, we got Diz.
Ooh, the Dizzard.
The Dizzard. What's been your biggest failure, lesson learned, and how did you use it to your advantage?
Easy. My biggest failure, my biggest lesson learned, and I've failed a lot. I'm talking about in business and in sports and the way I handle different things. My biggest failure is a relationship when I was younger. I messed the relationship up. I wasn't the right man. I wasn't the way that I was supposed to be. And I always look at that and the way I treated the person, the way I was just carrying myself. I look at that as being the number one thing I always wanted to change after that. Was I always wanted to treat people with kindness. I always wanted to serve people and love people. And my biggest failure has kind of been the reason why I've gotten successful to a certain extent. I wouldn't consider myself successful, but gotten better. So the L took me to the W.
Dang.
Dang. Fritz just goes, dang. Fritz going to be on the show. They're like, Fritzster's funny.
Dang. Okay. So we got Bree. How did you deal with the transition away from competitive athletics?
Oh, and the easiest question. So if you're an athlete, How do you transfer from competitive, high-level elite athletics to not having that anymore? You go compete at something else. I'm competing every single day in business. I always want to grow. I always want to get bigger. I always want to get better. I always want to challenge myself. I always want to push myself. And just like sports, sometimes you get hurt. Sometimes you blow out. You blow a knee out. You blow a hamstring out. In business, sometimes you lose some dough. You lose some money. You lose some time. But it's the greatest ultimate advantage ever is to have another sport to jump into, the sport of business. And the nice thing about it is you can be like 60 years old and actually be in your prime. Love it. It's true. Warren Buffett, I think, went from, once he hit like 68, he went from like millions to being billions. And then it's like the last 5 years of his life are like the highest earning years. It's crazy. Business. You can be old and still be rocking and rolling. We get any other questions on there?
One more from Coach Blake.
One more question from the Blakester himself. Man, I hope you guys are enjoying the show, by the way. We got some good stuff on here. I think that can help you guys out. At least I think it's all right.
I think it's pretty good.
Cool. What do we got from Blake? What is
your definition of hustle?
I don't think you want my definition of hustle. He knows what my definition of hustle is. Hustle is not, like, if you're online posting that you're hustling, you're not hustling. Hustling is done when you know you're around somebody who you've been around me, right? There's always something we got to do. The definition of hustle is you want to do it. You want to take action. You want to get after it. You want to get better. You want to try new things. You want to work hard. You don't want to quit. You don't want to go to sleep. You don't want to give up. You don't want to retreat. If things aren't working, you're willing to make the changes. If somebody's not doing something, you can lean on people. You can push on people. And you can keep taking action and keep showing up no matter how many times you get punched in the face. You keep getting back up and you keep rolling and don't make excuses because you have to do it. If you're hustling, you want to do it.
Dang!
Should I just drop the mic off the shirt and call it a day? Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday. Again, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 of the most important days of the week. Most people, however, have already quit. They've already given up. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Yeah.
They might be at a tavern by now.
Yeah, they might be at the tavern. I like that. Now, that doesn't go for everybody. I would just say that the majority of people right now who have the potential to get things done Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are right now retreating. I don't want that to be you guys. Since you're tuning into this show, I'll assume that you want to be a high achiever in several areas of your life, not just fitness, not just your relationships or your finances, but you just want to improve yourself and take your whole life to a whole new level, whatever that means for you. So take some of these answers that I've given you. I truly believe that there are some really good nuggets in those answers, and I truly hope that it helps you guys in some way. And if it did, drop a comment. If it didn't, you thought it sucked, also drop a comment. We just want to engage with you, go back and forth. I actually really like when people disagree with me, but I like when people thoughtfully disagree. And a thoughtful disagreement means that while we both disagree, we can still have a great conversation and go have dinner after, if that makes sense. So it's never my way is the only right way. I like to challenge my thoughts, and I like other people to challenge them. So if you have different insights, which I had yesterday on a poll online, somebody didn't disagree, I like that. So drop a comment. But I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and you're prepared to get better this weekend. We'll see you soon. Time to get out of here.